Welcome back to the virtual class. Guys, in the last session in OCM, in the first chapter, we understood the importance and everything about the coordination, right? What is coordination, why it is important, that we understood. And before that, now we are quite clear with the functions of management and all. In today's session, we are going to cover the new topic, and that is known as the functional areas of management, or we can say it can also be called as the scope of the management. That means what are the areas where management can function well, what are the areas where management is necessary, right? So these are called the functional areas of the management. There are certain activities in the business that we need to control, and controlling is also the function of the management, right? But in some of the area of the business, there must be the proper management so that you can gain the perfect result whatever you are seeking for, right? So over here there are basically four functional areas of the management. The first one is the marketing, the second one is the human resource, the third one is the financial, and the fourth one is the production. It can be also known as the marketing management, human resource management, financial management, and the production management. Guys, these are the four main areas where the management is quite essential and crucial in the business, right? Marketing is going to be the process of selling the things which are already produced, right? Then the second is the human resource management, that is going to deal with each and every employees of your firm, right? And it is going to manage all of them. Then the financial management is about, it is all about the money you are using in the business, right? And how the finance should be planned so that you can never be out of the money when you require it for the transactions. So that is going to be the financial management. And the last one will be the production management, that how to manage your production so that there must be the proper flow length of the stock, right? The stock may not be overstored or may not be understored, so that whenever as of the demand it is required you can provide, but the stock should not go waste, right? Or neither there should be the shortage of the stock, right? So that is the production management. So guys, these are the main four functions of the management. These are the main functional areas where the management is quite crucial and essential, right? Today I am going to make you understood the first functional area of the management, and that is known as the marketing management. So guys, what is marketing? The first basic question and the first basic meaning. If you ask anybody what is marketing, they would say nothing, just go and promote the product and sell it out, right? It is basically the activity in which you are supposed to go to someone, you are supposed to show them the demonstration, and you are supposed to tell them something good about the product, and you make that person to purchase that thing. That is the marketing. It is completely right. It is partially right, but we cannot say it is 100% right. Why? Because there are the different functions in the marketing management too. Let's understand what is marketing management over here. Guys, at first, the marketing management is the process in which the goods are transferred from the producer to consumer. Consumer means the end user of that product for whom we have produced, who is going to use that product, right? So marketing management is basically a process in which the produced goods will travel from producer to consumer. So an activity to make the goods reach from producer to consumer is known as the marketing management. That is the most basic answer of it. Now, in that, there are many more activities which are being followed, right? That means to fix the price, to define the different policies, right? Then the packaging of that particular thing. These all are the things which are covered in this whole journey, starting from producer to the consumer. There are many different functions being followed, but it is the basic meaning that we can understand. The second is decides the necessity of the customers. Guys, this is quite interesting point. Why am I saying it is interesting point? Because the marketing people can make someone feel necessity of particular thing, right? I would like to give an example over here. I have just kept it to give you the example. Guys, this is the perfume bottle. We all know that, right? It's a pocket perfume. In the ancient times, people were using the perfume from the startup only, right? But it was not the necessity, right? It was never ever the necessity. But the big companies who started selling these things, and they have started the advertisement, they have started making us feel that boss, you need it, without this you are nothing. And right now it is the same thing, we all are using it, right? Then it was a time that we were getting the big bottles. Now they are telling us to keep it in pocket. That means they have made us feeling it necessary to have this thing in the pocket, so that whenever it is needed, right, we can just open the cap and spray it out, right? So this is the thing what the marketing does. The marketing makes someone feel the necessity of the particular thing. The same thing over here, the marketing decides the necessity of the customers due to the advertisement, due to the marketing activities. The marketing management will help. The marketing management will help the customer to feel the necessity of your own product, and that person will purchase. And at last, our motive is to sell our product and to gain the benefit. Right. So over here, it was the second point that marketing is the thing, marketing management is the thing that will decide the necessity of the customer, and also it will decide that what kind of product should I make. At first, I have made my customer to purchase it. That's completely right. Right. Now the second thing, what is the necessity of the customer? What does the customer require indeed? And what are the things should I produce so that I can fulfill the necessity, I can fulfill the necessary demands of the customer, and I can get the profit out of that too. So that's also the thing that marketing will decide the necessity of the customers. That means what are the things which are necessary for the customers, marketing management will make us decide it, and then we'll be able to produce them, and at last we are going to sell them into the societies. So, and the last thing is marketing management aims at creating demand of the product. Right, the same thing I gave you the example of the spray bottle applies over here. The main aim of the marketing management is to create the demand of product. Now, to create the demand, there are many more way outs, right? You can do some marketing activities, right? You can engage to people, right, with your brand name, right? Or else the advertisement is there. There are different schemes, right? There are numerous ways out by which you can attract the consumer to buy your product. And once the customer is ready to buy a product, we can say that we have created the demand. So the main aim of the marketing management will be on to creation of the demand of the product. So guys, this was the basic meaning of the marketing. Now from all of these different points we can conclude over here saying that marketing management is an activity which will start the journey of the product from the producer up to the consumer. That means the person who is going to use. Right. So now how to sell it, how to make it reach to the customer, how to make the product, how to make the packaging of that, how to attract the customer, everything is included in this journey only. Right. Then the marketing management will decide the necessity of the consumers, and at last it always aims at creating demand of the product. That means the marketing management will help you to create the demand of your product, and will help you to earn the more profit by selling the product on the high demand. Right. So this was the basic meaning of the marketing management. I hope you guys have got it clearly. Now we are moving towards the functions of the marketing management. What are the activities? What are the basic functions in the marketing management? Right. Currently we have been shown over here the 4 functions. The first one is the product. The product function is basically the function which will decide the product of our company, that what should be the product, how should it be, or we can say it is the product mix too, because there are many more companies who are not dealing in just only one product, but they have the proper big range of the products, and that is known as the product mix. Right. Over here I can give you some examples. Say for example, there is a company Procter & Gamble, right, P&G. That company is dealing in almost every cosmetic item. Right. Say for example, I will name some of the brand names over here. That is the product mix of the P&G. Ariel, Tide, we know that. Then the Oral-B, we know that. Vicks Vaporub, we know that. Right. Then Bella Hair Color, we know that. As well as the Head and Shoulder, Pantene and Rejoice shampoos, we know that. Right. So these are the different products. These are not the different companies. There is only one company, Procter & Gamble, who is selling all these things. So the products from the different categories, the different segments, but they are sold at once. It is also known as the product mix. That means the mixture of the product. So marketing management first function says it is about the product and the product mix. That means marketing management will decide that how must your product be, how should be the packaging of that, right? How you will attract the consumer, how your product will be attracted towards the consumer, right? This all thing comes in the product only. That is going to be the first function to decide about the product. The second is the price. Guys, the price is quite crucial point once we are there to sell something, right? On the base of the price, you can win the big battles, right? So, what is the price at first? The price means a consumer is going to pay us. At one side, we can say that's true, but at another side, it's not. Because as of the producer, if we think as of the producer, we have the first cost, that is the cost of production, right? After the cost of production, we need to add our profit. After we add our profit, we are going to send it to the C&F, right? Then he will add his profit. After the C&F, the distributor will add his profit. After the distributor, the retail shopkeeper will add his profit. And at last, after adding all of this profit, the product will reach to the consumer, right? So over here, the thing is, how can you earn maximum profit? How can you earn maximum profit at the lowest price? Right. That is the decision you have to make, because you are supposed to spare the commissions or the profit of all the different parties who are involved in the distribution channel. Right. So they all are going to add their profit too, and at last even you are going to earn the profit. And after adding all of those profit, the product must not be too much costly for the customer that they could not buy. Right. So that is going to be the price fixation, the price function, right, in which the policies, the scheme, right, the discount offers, whatever you want to add, you can add everything over here, right? You can decide all of the things from the price management. That is the second function of the marketing management, right? The third one is the distribution. Distribution means a channel through which the product travels from the producer to the retailer. Right, so distribution is basically the channel through which the product is going to travel from the producer to the consumers. Right, now what should be the way by which the product should reach the consumer? Should it be the direct selling? Should it be through any franchise? Or should it be through any distributors or the shopkeepers? Right, currently we have heard many things about the multi-level marketing too. Right, so is it through the MLM? There are the numerous way outs, right, from which you can sell your product from one person to another person. You can sell your product from the producer to the consumers. Right. So over here, how should be the distribution? How should the distribution channel work? This decision is going to be taken from here, and the last it will be the promotion. Promotion means to promote someone, to attract someone to buy your product. For that, we can say the salesperson should sell the things, right? He must be a good and genuine person. He must be dealing very smoothly and softly with the consumers, right? Alongside the proper advertisement, right? Sometimes we get the schemes buy two get one free, buy one get one free like that, 20% off, 5% off discounts like that, right? We can hire some brand ambassadors, right? Some big celebrities to market our product, to make the advertisement of our product. There are many things out, right? But at last, by all these activities, you are promoting someone to purchase your product. You are promoting your product, right? You are making your product too much valuable that a person feels that I need to buy this, and that person is going to buy that. That activity is known as the promotion, right? So over here you are given the four functions: product, price, distribution and promotion. The distribution can also be known as the placement. That means it is going to be the management how to place the product in the market, and if so, then it can be known as the 4Ps too. Right? It can be known as the 4Ps too. In the marketing management, you are going to understand them, and in the future, if you are going for the MBA and you are doing the marketing management, you are supposed to understand it very well. Right? So the functions of the marketing management. So guys, I hope you guys are quite clear with the concept of the functional area of the management, and among the four functions, I hope you guys are quite clear with the marketing management meaning and the characteristics. Right, and with that expectation only, I am concluding my session over here. If you still have any query or any doubt, you can send the public comment or you can contact me personally. You must be seeing my number flashing on the screen. Till then, I would like to take your leave. Goodbye, take care, have a nice time. See you in the next session. Stay home, stay safe, keep making notes.